And welcome back. It's time for this week's Capitol Report with Pat McGuigan of CapitolBeatOK.com. Pat, this past week was National Charter School Week. Certainly, public charter schools have taken off in this state more so than I was aware. I saw some of the numbers. Give us some highlights.
In 1999, thanks to the late State Representative John Bryant of Tulsa, who was an old friend from my college days, a Republican, and a Democrat named Sandy Garrett, then the school superintendent, a bipartisan legislative majority enacted Oklahoma's charter school law. Ultimately, solid schools like Harding Charter Prep were established. That was actually established by Janet Barresi before she became controversial.
Right.
And it's an excellent school. In fact, it was named recently the most challenging school in Oklahoma in a Washington Post survey of education around the country. Frank Keating signed that 1999 bill, and the charter schools were created. It took a long time, longer than it should have, frankly, for charter schools to gather the kind of strength and momentum, and for that matter, support that they have now. But they've always been a bipartisan idea since the beginning. A friend that I've worked for in a couple of installments in my life, Janet Grigg of Seaworth Academy, is now the president of the Oklahoma Charter School Association. She's been doing interviews all week with reporters talking about it. And Freda Deskin of Aztec Charter School will be winning a national award in New York City on May 10th for her work on with the Health Corps out of New York, with the help, of course, of Continental Resources. So I'm real proud that I guess I could say I was present at the creation, because I wrote a lot of passionate editorials helping to bring about charter schools, and they've become an important part of the education picture in Oklahoma.
Certainly looks at this point as if Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nominee. On the other side, it seems inevitable that Bernie Sanders is not going to beat Hillary Clinton. So the stage is pretty much set. Your thoughts?
Well, I'm certainly pretty reflective right now because I've meant everything I've said about Donald Trump. I'm a Reagan conservative. For a long time, that's meant I'm a Republican. I don't know what I am now, because if Donald Trump is the nominee of the Republican Party, it's not the party that I feel comfortable with in terms of philosophy. I saw elements of the Reagan philosophy in every single Republican, whatever their faults this year, except Donald Trump. I've expressed myself on this previously. As for the Democrats, I'm wearing my Adam Smith today, Adam Smith tie, on purpose, because I'm a free market guy. I'm a believer in the wisdom that Smith reflected in his book, and I think that the wealth of nations is created by free human activity and not by government mandates. This is a nation of liberty. It's not a nation of dependence, so I don't know how I'm going to vote ultimately, because I can't back the socialist, even a social democrat philosophy. I'm still myself, and I'm not going to change. You know, the best lacked all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. William Butler Yeats. I'm not accusing anybody of that. I'm saying it's been on my mind lately.
Well, we thank you for sharing that. And, of course, you can read more about these and other topics at CapitolBeatOK.com. For Pat McGuigan, I'm Alex Cameron. Have a great day.